Welcome to the Marketing with Cultura podcast, designed for Latinas, Latinx, breaking into marketing. I am your host, Vanessa Parra, a Latina marketer with over a decade of experience, and as a former recruiter and hiring marketing manager, I'll share exactly what businesses look for in their next marketing hire. Welcome, everyone. So today's topic is going to be about influencer marketing, and this is a perfect podcast episode if you're new to influencer marketing, or maybe you want to dabble into influencer marketing but you really don't know how or where to begin. I've been getting a lot of DMs on Instagram and through my network and through my personal interns, stuff like that, friends that are in marketing, questions regarding how to implement influencer marketing. And that's why I had an Instagram live the other day and I interviewed Sal Sandoval, a Monterey County influencer. We decided just to take this conversation on Instagram where he provides some valuable tips on how to get started with influencer marketing, specifically starting with partnerships with local creators to help you make a greater impact. So definitely grab your cafecito and listen in. I think you're really going to enjoy this podcast episode. Do me a favor, and after you listen to this podcast episode, take a screenshot and tag me on Instagram and let me know what you think. Enjoy. Well, we're going to start. For those that don't know me, I'm Vanessa Parra, the host of Marketing with Cultura podcast. It's a podcast dedicated for the Latinx community who has minimal to zero experience in marketing. And I provide them with marketing career tips, share stories of Latinx marketers, content creators, just provide resources and mentorship to help you land that marketing job. And today is my first IG Live for the year, so I'm super excited. And I have as a guest Sal Sandoval, a local influencer, content creator. And I have him here today because I've been getting a lot of questions in my community from fellow marketers that have never done influencer marketing and want to learn how to implement influencer marketing in their marketing campaigns. And there may be some business owners out there as well that maybe don't have a marketer on their staff and want to learn about influencer marketing and how to collaborate with content creators. So that's why today we have Sal. So welcome, Sal.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Before we start, I would like for you to let everyone know who you are, the type of content that you create, and how you started this journey. And I can ask the question again. Sorry, it was a lot.
That's okay. So my name's Sal Ochava. And the kind of content that I do, I like to show the different experience one can have here in Monterey County. There's a lot of stuff to do where people can enjoy. Even people local around here, they don't have to leave to LA or to San Francisco to go on vacation. Like you can have a mini vacation here in Monterey County, and you can go through my profile and you can check out different stuff and what you're into, from whiskey to food to wine, to anything, pretty much.
Yeah,
So I'm a tour guide.
that's amazing. For those that don't know, my background obviously is in marketing, but specifically in the hospitality and tourism industry. And so I've helped hotels, the local visitors bureau, restaurants, theme parks promote Monterey County as a destination. And as you know, Monterey in general is very popular. But I'm glad to see, living in Salinas, how Salinas is like, really putting their name out there and getting these great new local businesses, doing a lot and making Salinas a destination. So I think that's amazing. So I completely understand everything that you're trying to do. In the past, I've worked with influencers and content creators as well. So I'm really happy to see that we have local influencers like you, because a lot of times I think especially small businesses don't realize that you get a bigger return on investment when you partner with a local influencer than if you try hiring or giving free products or services to this like mega influencer, especially if
Hmm.
you have like a physical location. Because think about it, say you pay or provide free services to this huge influencer that maybe is from another state or another area. Realistically, do you think their followers are going to come to Salinas or Monterey? Maybe, but not really. As opposed to like a local influencer like Sal, who is really tight in the community, knows a lot of people know him. Um, they'll follow him for advice, right? Because he's building this really niched community where he can encourage people to try new things. I know I've been following Sal for a while, and I love seeing his videos when he's trying restaurants or fun things to do with the family, because obviously that's what I love to do, and I'm sure a lot of you do as well. So I think working with small content creators or niched content creators, especially local ones, are very crucial and beneficial for your business or if you're a marketer for your marketing campaigns. Sal, how did you start becoming a content creator? Like, what made you want to start doing that?
My wife here, she's like, keep it short.
No, we want to hear the story. Tell us.
um, so it pretty much started in a pandemic. I was tired of where I work. I love working there and everything, but I felt like I wanted to do something new. And one day I just told my wife, I'm like, I want to do something new. I want to do something different. And she's like, what do you want to do? And at first, I wanted to get into fashion, like sell hats, t-shirts. I love fashion. I'm like, let's do fashion. But we soon found out that it was too expensive to do. So I was like, okay, that's not gonna work. What can we do? I was like, oh, how about we do social media and hopefully we can get brand deals and use that brand deal to fund the hats and the fashion side of it. So we started doing coffee because coffee was doable. I can drink coffee, do a show, and still go to work. And it just grew from there. People got into the coffee, and then I don't know how, but I got into the food, trying food, and people love that. They really love that. Like the jumping with Chuba, that's like the one thing that people recognize me from the most. Um, and then it's just involved. Like people, I would get invited to people come to my party. Somebody wants me to be a MC. I'm like, I have a speech tournament. Like, how you want me to be an MC? Because that's why we love you, Sal. Because you are you. I'm like, okay. And just little bit. I just it became this. Yeah, that's fair
Perfect.
enough.
Before we go into questions about working with influencers, I just want to bring up or elaborate a little bit more on what you touched on, that people started inviting you to things because they liked you, right? Your authentic self, your personality. And that's something that a lot of people can take away, not just as an influencer, but even as a business or um, just being a thought leader. Personal branding is very crucial and important for you to build that trust, likability, for your followers to become potentially customers, to really trust you. Because there's a lot of content creators out there probably doing the exact same thing you're doing, but they're following you because they like you, right? Your personality. Like, I love watching your videos and hearing your wife in the background regañándote. I think it's hilarious. She needs to be on the camera more though, but I like her background. Um, communication is awesome. But yeah, definitely everyone, if you leave this live, at least take away that you should definitely invest in being authentic and growing your personal brand. So if you're either a marketer or a business owner, what are some things that you look for when wanting to, form a partnership with those type of individuals?
Um, of course, if that company or that person has a good brand, a good vibes, if we can hit it off and there's a set. All this is for fun. Like of course, this is I want to make this a career. I want to make this a profession, but I got into it because I want to have fun with it. Like I don't want to have headaches over it or stress about it. Like let's make social media fun again. And so that's the whole idea of it. And usually when they call me to do stuff, they're like, Sal, we love what you do. Just make a video. And usually they believe what I do and believe in the how I record and do the show where it's kind of easy for me to walk it because usually they call me in, but it's usually to, hey, let me do this. They're like, what you need? And this is what I need. I'm like, okay, have fun, go at it. So it's more like a friendship. Like if we're on the same page, and I'm here for your brand, for your business. I'm here to make sure you success because if you're successful, that means I'm doing something good where other people, other companies and brands can say, okay, we need to get Sal because he's working with everybody and everybody's having a good time and are successful at what they're doing.
Great. I'm curious, have you had any, and you don't have to say their name, but any like businesses or partners maybe want to control what you say or how you create your content? Because I know, again, I've worked with large corporations, starters, small businesses, and I know like on the with the larger corporations, there's a lot of, I don't want to say micromanaging, but obviously they want control over their brand, their tone of voice, and all that. So they might have a little bit more stricter criterias of what the influencer would say or talk about. So I'm just curious, how has your experience been?
So far, it's been awesome. Of course, there's like key words they want me to say, or like a special, or come this weekend, or whatever. But besides that, they're open mind about it, and they're willing to work with me, like with my crazy ideas. Like for example, last year, grocery outlet here in Seaside reached out that they wanted to do a video for a promotion that we're doing, and the idea was just me in front of the camera and talking about it. And I said yes, but I brought other local influencers around Seaside to be part of the video, and I never told them about it. I just we were in there, we did it, and they saw it, they loved it. Like, oh my God, this is awesome. So usually that's what um the kind of stuff I do, or they believe in it. I work hard to make sure it's on brand, and of course, there's no cussing or there's no, I'm not trying to make them look bad. We're here to have fun, keep it PG. But I'm being lucky so far where they just give me full range so far.
That's amazing. Again, I don't consider myself a content creator, even though I do create content. I see myself more as a marketer, but something that I could definitely recommend or suggest, even with content creators or businesses, is that as a content creator or influencer, you do need to put on the marketer hat, right? And because sometimes I'm gonna be honest, the business owner doesn't really understand marketing, right? If it's a
Yeah,
marketing team and you're working with a marketing manager or director, that's different. But if you're working with like a smaller business, the business owner doesn't really understand marketing. They know they should be doing social media, they should be working with influencers, but really don't know what to do. And so that's where you come in, right? And you're the consultant. You provide them with ideas. You really do discovery to figure out what their overall goal is. And I think when you come off that way, you do form these stronger partnerships because they trust you. And obviously, you're the expert with your audience, with your field, your niche. So they're definitely going to rely on you and trust you. So I think that's amazing.
thank you.
Has
Yeah.
there has there been any like red flags or anything that you've noticed while collaborating or reaching out to potential partners that you want to shed light on?
For me, like if personally, like vibes, like if there's a good vibe with that person or not, like I can usually tell. But also a big red flag for me if it sounds too good to be true, most likely it's not. So that's a for me that's like my number one red flag. It's like, oh, if we work together, X is it's gonna happen. It's like, okay, I've been doing this for 2 years. It's a little bit more than that, but I'm like, so stuff like that. I'm like, okay, that's my only red flag so far. I haven't experienced a lot of that in this community, but there is certain moments where you're like, I don't think that's a good fit for me.
Yeah. How do you set expectations with marketers or business owners, so that way you both agree on what you're planning to deliver and no one leaves, like with resentment or with a bad experience?
What what I like to say is that I'm here to show off, to show the experience and how one can be at your establishment. I'm not guaranteeing you're gonna have a thousand 10,000 reviews. It's gonna go viral. It's multiple people is gonna share this, but I'm gonna guarantee that we're gonna show the kind of vibes this place is and how fun someone can have here, and make a connection with the community. It's more making the connection with the community of Monterey County than making it rival. Because once you have the connection, the community, the IG community around here, it's great. Like business owners are on it, um, clients, customers, it's very strong. So they usually when they're looking for something, they will go on the IG to check out what's around here. So that's my thing. Is like I'm not guaranteeing you it's gonna go super viral, but I'm guaranteeing you that we want to build a community here and we can show that it's okay to come into your location and be yourself and have fun in it.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I know a lot of business owners or marketers that have never worked with influencer or done influencer marketing have, I guess, unrealistic expectations, or maybe they imagine one thing and it's not how they imagine it, so they get discouraged. But I like to see I see influencer marketing more as, like you mentioned, building an engaged
Hmm.
community, brand awareness, and even though maybe immediately you might not see a return on investment, you might see it later. And think about it, there's times where business owners invest in like a print ad, right? Or an ad in the newspaper or whatever. And realistically, have you gotten any like good return on investment? Unless it's an event, then maybe that you can track that. But other than that, it's kind of hard, right? To track that to
Yeah,
see if it worked. I would rather spend my money, my dollars towards influencer marketing because you're tapping into that influencer or content creator's audience. They trust him. And if your audience aligns really well with your audience, then obviously it's a perfect match and partnership. And that's something else that a lot of business owners need to realize, that just because someone has an engaged audience or they're popular or whatever doesn't necessarily mean they're the best fit,
yeah,
because again, it wouldn't make sense. Say your audience was all men and you want to work, if it's a business that their main audience are women, obviously that would not make sense, right? So you
yeah,
really have to be realistic on expectations and just be clear and be upfront from the beginning. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Um, While you've been doing this, I'm just curious, are there any trends or anything that you've been noticing in this type of field or industry that's really popular or trendy?
Right now, what we have noticed, like experience. Like we're starting to notice like a lot of establishments are using the word experience. Come experience this at our place. Um, I think that the the customer they want the economy is bad, right? So people are now picking which places to spend their money on. So now you have to build a experience. If it come try out our best donut but with the best coffee that we can buy also. Not it's not like coffee from 7-Eleven or like even right now there's a lot of coffee shops like in the big cities where they have
Yeah,
DJs in the morning.
I
So
saw
it's a
that.
party and so instead of drinking beer, you're drinking your coffee and jamming out in the coffee shop. It's like that's super cool. I'm trying to have one of those here, like to see, but
If you find
people
one,
are
invite
into
me.
experience. I'm you know I'm here at
Yeah.
Counterpoint right now. I'm trying to convince him to do it.
Okay. No, I think that would be amazing, especially because I don't know if I read it somewhere, but I know I work with a lot of Gen Zs and in marketing, and something that I've noticed is that the Gen Z audience or demographic, they don't really drink, they don't really party, which
Yeah,
honestly is good, right?
yeah,
But that's why a lot of the coffee shops with the DJs, with the music is really popular and really, like trending And so, yeah, I think that would be so much fun. I love coffee and I love to dance. I love music. I'm a mom. I don't have time to go drink and
Right. Yeah.
and party
Yeah.
it up like that. I would
Yeah.
rather, do my work, drink my coffee, party, then leave and go back to work.
Yeah. It'd be fun. It'd be an experience for sure.
Yeah. So if any of you listening out there that have a coffee shop and want to do something like that, let us know. I think it would be a very fun experience.
Yeah. The
uh,
bearded bean in Salinas, that'd be perfect too.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Are you hearing bearded bean? Let us know. Um, And I'm just curious, because you work with different businesses, what do you do to stay authentic to yourself and engaged with your audience? Because it could be easy, right? If, say, a business offers you a lot of money, but maybe, again, their services really have nothing to do what your audience cares about. How do you stay authentic and really focused on your audience and what they want and they prefer?
Oh, that's a good one. You know, I do try hard to just to keep to not feel the pressure of a company. Like we want this, like make magic. I do go into it saying, okay, just be yourself. Like don't worry about your speech. Like just have fun. Like you're a customer, come have fun. Have your wife scream at you, like talk back and do all this stuff. Like just be natural into it. So uh, um, I really I really don't want to set any pressure on me because I don't want to get to the point where I'm hating what I'm doing because I'm trying to live up to something. So I'm just, hey, this is who I am. Some videos is gonna be funnier than other videos, but it's just this is I'm always going to be me, and if it doesn't work for a brand or for a company, I just rather move on. Thank you for the opportunity, but I'm not. It's not working.
Something else I think brands should realize, even in their own social media channels, I'm sure they've noticed some content works, some doesn't, right?
Yeah,
And the thing with marketing and social media, it's you have to produce a lot of videos and figure out what works. And sometimes businesses don't do that with influencers or content creators. They might hire them for one video, for one piece of content, and then if it doesn't perform, that's it, right?
yeah,
You can't do that. You need to find someone that could be an ambassador for your business, for your brand, like you mentioned about people not having large budgets anymore, being really picky
hmm
about who they purchase from, where they spend their money. So it would be better and more beneficial as a marketer and business owner that you partner with a content creator or influencer that, again, has a similar audience or is an audience that you want to tap into, that you can genuinely see them as a brand ambassador and build out an actual like marketing campaign where you create multiple types of content and assets, not just one, because again, it's all about testing. You need to figure out what works, what doesn't work. And I think that's the best way for both the content creator and the business owner to get a really great return on investment.
yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be a relationship. You know,
Yeah.
there's gonna be up and downs, but just stick to the plan and see what happens.
So, what can a small business or maybe someone just starting in marketing do if they want to dabble into influencer marketing and maybe want to reach out to you? What can they do?
Um, I'm usually easy to get a hold of. You can DM. What's funny? uh, anyways, sorry, my wife. um, but yeah, like usually people find me on DM or this actually see me and they just hey, you can you come in do this for me and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I'm easygoing pretty much. Like, I have in my profile, I have my media kit. You can email me. Um, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much easy to get me. Like, like I'm there. Like
Yeah.
the second you DM me, like 2 seconds later, I'm replying. Like, yes, let's do it.
Awesome. So for all of those that are out there or maybe watching the replay, if you have any comments or questions that you would like for Sal to answer or for me to answer, leave us a comment below or send us a message and then we can go ahead and reply to that. I would also love more feedback on topics that you would like to learn about so we can continue doing more Instagram lives where we go over specific topics. But for now, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you, Sal, for taking the time to meet with me to provide us a little bit more insights on working with local influencers and content creators. But before we log off, is there anything else you would like to share with our audience today?
Um, I do like to say that it's been it's been it's been awesome the past few years what I've been doing. Like that was a goal that I was trying to reach, and I can see myself reaching that goal. And the community around here, it's been awesome. Um, Salinas has been killing it with connecting with the local creatives and business and working. Max Fit, like there's a lot of companies in Salinas that are willing to work with multiple times. It's not only one time and that's it. It's multiple times, and you can start seeing that. Like even here in Seaside and Monterey, people are more willing to work with local creatives. Um, even that there's a big time company here in Monterey that focuses on tourism coming into Monterey, and set them up with hotels and restaurants, and even them they're working with local creatives to work with their social media stuff, and so it's cool to see like there's a space for us here where we can actually make a living.
Yeah,
And I just
definitely.
want to say thank you to everybody for the opportunity, and let's keep it moving.
Yes, definitely. And I know Sal and I are always trying to come up with meetups to
Yeah,
connect with other marketers
yeah,
and content creators, influencers, and I would definitely love to continue this conversation. So just let us know and we'll do our best to set up maybe an in-person meetup if you're local. If not, maybe a Zoom meeting. But either way, we want to continue this conversation, provide you with more resources, tools, information just to help you start your influencer marketing, or if you're currently doing it, just improve on that.
yeah.